Respect. Red1 Rascal crew representing Van City all day 2018 Juno weekend. Brah!
You're watching the 2018 coverage of the Juno Awards on Hip Hop Vancouver. We're celebrating the 48th year since the Juno's inception and the first time Vancouver has hosted the awards since 2009.
Since then, Canadian acts have been prominent on the charts, bringing major focus to Canada as a hotbed for hip-hop and R&B. There's plenty of reasons to love Vancouver, and we caught up with some people here at Juno Week to find out their thoughts on this beautiful city.
Vancouver for me is the people, man. People are beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying?
Vancouver people.
Okay.
Easy answer.
Okay, good.
And it's the most beautiful place in the world.
Just being here reminds me of like California. Like, it's very laid back, and the vibe is good, and yeah, man, I've been loving it.
Definitely in Vancouver, they've got their own styles, they got their own flows. Like, you can see it by the people who really blow up from here. It's so much different.
This year, the Junos have nominated the following artists for Rap Recording of the Year.
Maestro Fresh Wes, Coach Fresh.
Maestro.
I got to give the nod
Papa
to the man.
My man deserves it.
Right here, man.
I'm going to give a shout out to, Maestro, because he just gave me the inspiration to really feel like, yo, I can do this too.
Lou Phelps, Experiments.
Lou Phelps is doing it too, you know what I'm saying? And that family, that bloodline is serious.
Belly, Mumble Rap.
The freestyle he did on LA Leakers, and then the new album he did with Boy Wonder, like that, his writing is so incredible. Like, it blew my mind. So I would give it to Belly.
Claremont II, Lil Mont from the Ave.
I think Claremont II should win. I think that album's really good, and I think he's the next best thing in rap in Canada, personally.
Tory Lanez, Shooters.
Oh.
It's got to be a toss-up between Tory and Belly. You know what I'm saying? And we discussed this too. Tory is just super hot right now. You know, that Shooters record, I think it's #1.
"2018 marks 20 years since the classic Canadian hip-hop song Northern Touch by The Rascalz, Checkmate, Chauclair, Cardinal, and Thrust won Rap Recording of the Year at the Junos in 1998.
We caught up with some people to get their thoughts on the legacy of this track.
I'm proud of those guys, man. They came together. I've always been a fan of West Coast hip-hop, especially coming out of Canada, and to see these guys come across to Toronto. I'm mad that I wasn't on the record, you know what I'm saying? But they did something that was special, did something that was really dope, and to see the impact it made was awesome.
It's just the fact that the song has the same effect. Certain records sometimes, whether the genre, they have that life. It's got that energy that it just doesn't go away. Even when we perform it, you know what I mean? We're just doing a little sound check thing, performing rehearsal, and everybody in the room, or it's just everybody in the room, and it's like, there's that energy again.
It started a revolution in Canada, because, personally, that song was super influential. I, turn on the TV, look at Much Music, and you see some rap from Canada that is on par or even better with what was happening, and was like ahead of the curve, even with the sample that they had. It was like, just seeing that, it just made me think, okay, you can be a Canadian rapper. Like, it's like legitimate.
The song still represents Vancouver. The youngsters are still listening to it now. You play it in the club. I'm a DJ as well, and you play it in the club. Everybody knows all the words.
So I want to big up Chemo more than anybody, because Chemo's like the one person that drew everybody together. He's the producer, and he's the one when he don't come in the spotlight, but if it wasn't for him, really.
Yeah. Even today.
You know what I'm saying?
He the orchestrator.
He's the one. He's the one.
Well, yeah. So I was explaining to somebody a little bit earlier that Northern Touch kind of put me on because it put Checkmate on, right? Checkmate was on the song, Checkmate got put on, and Checkmate brought Concise into the game.
In retrospect now, when we think about it, as grown men and looking back at it and reading all the stories, it was an industry kind of coup that was going on. There was a lot of behind-the-scenes labels, and there were multiple labels involved, you know what I'm saying, in getting that song to hit status, #1 video, #1 whatever, winning the Juno, so on and so forth. So there was a big industry push behind that, And I think that kind of support is what's necessary for, hip hop artists in particular. I think in other genres, they got it down. They support their artists correctly, you know what I mean? But it just shows what industry support, real industry support, real A&Rs and the real, labels, when they get behind an artist, Canadian artists are capable of getting to #1.
Checkmate was like my favorite verse, actually, low key. It's like, and I was really excited. He's from the West, and it was like repping for like Team Light Skin. So, yeah.
Like, I know the history, and that song was big to me always, but even hearing and just realizing that they protested the Junos one year, so they literally kicked down doors for people like me to be here now and for hip hop to be celebrated on a bigger level than it's ever been.
It's actually cool to go from the point where you win a Juno and don't accept it because you don't feel the inclusion of the urban hip hop community, and then the very next year to be able to be the first group that performs on the Juno live and win the award, and then come forward a few more years to see a guy like Drake hosting the whole award. I feel really honored, you know what I mean? I feel like we're making steps, baby steps, but you know what I'm saying? We're making steps, none the same.
Vancouver was alive and vibrant this week for Juno Fest. We made sure to get out there and check out some of the action. Went and saw the Hip Hop and Color showcase at the Red Room. We also went and saw Maestro Fresh Wes, not only at his birthday party at the Granville Room, but we also saw him at the Rickshaw Theater when he performed alongside fellow Rap Recording of the Year nominees Lou Phelps and Claremont II, as well as Cadence Weapon.
Many stars and celebrities from all over Canada hit up the red carpet in style to celebrate the Juno Awards.
From all the shows and people that we talked to paying homage to the Rascalz and the Northern Touch, to just seeing Canadian music represented properly here in Vancouver. It was an awesome experience, and we were happy to be a part of it. Peace.
Exactly. Young Savage about to take over Vancouver, bro. Young Savage about to take over Vancouver. Check out my hat, bro. Young Savage shit. We about to get it live. Hey, yo, rap shit. You got the ice? I got the ice, bro. 100 shit. 100 shit. We about to get it. I don't even sweat it. I be getting all these niggas, bro. I don't even gotta take it.